Hello, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day today. So right now, we're talking about the 2022 housing market and what you should expect in this upcoming year. So if you are an investor, a renter, a home buyer, a home seller, you got to pay close attention till the very end of this video. 2021, as we all know, has been a crazy year for this insane housing market. I mean, record numbers, mind-blowing numbers. A lot has happened in this 2021 housing market. We saw people putting in 50, 20, 70, 100K plus over asking. This has been a very unexpected market so far in 2021. But what exactly is going to happen in 2022? The next year, right? This is what we're talking about in this video, and we've got very intense, should I use the word intense, but very interesting data from realtor.com. Shout out to realtor.com for providing the data that we're going through right now. I mean, this report from realtor.com does a very great job at breaking down the details, the key indicators, the key points in this 2022 housing market forecast, and you got to pay close attention. I'm going to be leaving the link to this report in the description section below for those of you who want to read the whole thing. But if you just want to get the glance and the tips and the quick points, pay close attention because this is very important. But before we dive in, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to join this amazing community to stay informed on the latest helpful tips for your financial wellness and success. And give this video a thumbs up to help other people find this information quicker. So let's dive right into it. So according to this report, 2022 is going to be something not exactly like 2021, but it's going to have its interesting spin or spiel to the housing market. So let's dive right into it. So right now, first-time home buyers are going to expect, a fierce housing market. So you're still gonna see some competition. It's not gonna be the same like, okay, saying 20 pre-pandemic, right? It's still going to be as fierce and as competitive as we did see in 2021. However, a few things are gonna change. So we've heard different things, people asking, is interest rate gonna go up or will interest rates come down in 2022? So again, we're gonna talk about that in today's video. So 2022, according to the predictions here, home buyers should expect, first-time home buyers have a lot to look forward to. And in the first-time home buyer pool, 45 million millennials are very much ready to step into this housing market. And the prime millennials, these 45 million millennials fall within the age range of 26 to 35. So these are going to be the entry-level buyers in 2022. And these buyers have they have competition for them. And affordability crisis still remains an issue. Affordability still remains an issue for these group of home buyers, right? But we should expect a lot of millennials to be hopping into the housing market in 2022. And also, according to this report, home prices are not going to decline. I mean, we're not going to see a decrease in home prices. We're still going to see an uptick in home prices, but not really at the 2021 rate. So right now, the forecast shows that 2.9% is the expected increase in the price of homes in 2022. Now, this doesn't mean that it's 2.9% across the board, right? This depends on your market. In fact, here's a map that shows the areas in the country that will have the highest average increase. So this forecast shows the nation's 100 largest housing markets and what to expect. As you can see, the areas with the darker shade blue, the deep blue, will likely go up by 8%. And up, and then 6 to 8% for the areas in purple, and 4% for the areas in orange, and in red, and then 2% and to 4% for areas in orange, and then around 2% for areas in yellow. So they just took a survey here to point down what to expect in these markets. And you can see Florida, there's going to be a hot uptick. I mean, Florida market is, it just varies. You're going to see some parts of Florida have way higher home price increase, and then some other parts not as high. The same thing happens with parts of the East Coast, the New England area. You're seeing some of these numbers too go up in New England. And also, when you go all the way up to places like Utah, you're going to see home prices still remain super hot in these areas because folks from California keep moving to Utah. And then in California, there's going to be a price increase in most of the major markets in California. But right now, the prediction is not showing it to be super high home price increase in California. So now let's switch back to mortgage, right? What should we expect for mortgage? For the mortgage rates to be from a lending standpoint, for those of you who are looking to finance properties in 2022, there's likely going to be an increase in mortgage rates. According to this forecast, by the end of 2022, we're going to be seeing 3.6% as the average mortgage rate. So this is a lot higher than what we're seeing currently in 2021. So 2021, a lot of people who bought homes this year expected or enjoyed the low mortgage rates, but this is not going to be the same. The Fed has come out and said that in order to tackle inflation and do a few things, a tool that they could exploit or employ, or how do I say that? A tool that they could implement, right? That's the right word. A tool that they could implement will be to raise the rates if inflation keeps going crazy. But chances are that 2022 will not be as attractive when it comes to the mortgage rates. It's not going to be as attractive as 2021 is. But yeah, that's one thing that I can see from this report. And this is very critical because it impacts your monthly payment. The amount of money you pay every month for your principal and interest is going to be impacted by your mortgage rates. So again, you got to pay close attention to that. And let me know your thoughts about this so far in the comment section. Do you think 2022 housing market is shaping up for the best year ever, or do you think this will hurt a lot more people? And something from a renter's perspective, if you are a renter out there, understand this, right? You may be thinking, okay, this is just going to impact home buyers and home sellers. But the fact remains, according to this report, according to the data, around 7.1% increase in rental prices, in rent, is expected in 2022. So for those of you who are renting right now, it's not going to be a walk in the park either. So 2022 comes with its own set of challenges for renters. So that's what to expect according to this report. Now remember, real estate is local. All these numbers are from a national perspective. This will go from, this will vary, it will depend on where you live, how big your city is or your town is. Are you in a primary market, a secondary market, or a tertiary market? So you got to pay close attention. But the interesting thing about the home buying group is, according to this report, there's a growing group of home buyers. The growing group of home buyers is the Hispanics, according to this report. So 1 out of 10 home buyers that are projected or forecasted will be Hispanic home buyers. So around 10% of home buyers right now that we're seeing, according to the data, is the Hispanic group. So this is a very interesting fact right now. And then when it comes to home sales, according to this report, home sales reach 16-year highs as more homes are going to hit the market, right, for sale. So we're expected to see a 6.6% increase in home sales. Now, just to sum it all up, for those of you who, want to get the whole, thing condensed into one spot, this is the forecast. These are the key indicators, the key points that you got to take away from this video when it comes to this 2022 housing market. So existing home sales in 2022 will be up by 2.9%. This is for homes that are not brand new. And this is the price appreciation in existing home sales, right? So if you're not buying a new construction, this is what you should expect. Now, existing home sales, not the home price, home sales will be up by 6.6%. Remember, Prices of these existing homes will go up, will appreciate by 2.9% on average, and 6.6% more sales than we did see in 2021 is expected. So according to this report, 2021, about 6 million existing home sales. That was the number. That was what we saw in 2021. So existing home for sale inventory. This is a big deal because demand and supply. The lower the inventory, the more the competition and the higher the prices. So the inventory is gonna go up by a whopping 0.3%. This is not good, right? We need, depending on how you look at it, from a seller standpoint is good, but from a buyer standpoint, you need more options, right? So 0.3%, but this is still good compared to 2021. 2021 existing home sales was down 18%. So this is better news for 2022. Now, mortgage rates, we've talked about this, 3.6%. Especially sometime in 2022. This is towards the end of the year, but most of 2022, the expectation will be 3.3%. And then single family housing starts. This just means how many permits are being pulled to construct new single family homes. So single housing family homes that will be constructed next year, that will begin construction next year, will be up by 5%. So this is slightly lower than what we saw in 2021, or what we're seeing in 2021. So 2021 was around 15%, or is around 15%. But 2022 is still going to have a slightly, higher uptick, which is good. At least we're not seeing a decline there. Now, the big one here is home ownership rates. Remember, we talked about affordability crisis on this channel before being a huge problem for a lot of people. Home ownership rates will go up by a whopping 0.3% in 2022. So what's up with all these 0.3% numbers? But again, there you have it, guys. There seems to be some exciting things to look forward to in 2022. Now remember, these are all predictions. Anything could happen and take these numbers to the other direction, right? You could have, right now we're talking about the next wave of the virus, and honestly speaking, these are the forecasts or the predictions or things to expect going into 2022. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below, and if you found some value watching this and you've gotten some insight, be sure to hit that subscribe button to avoid missing out on future videos, and share this video with other people and give it a thumbs up to help other people find this information quicker. See you in the next update. Stay safe and keep winning.